my father's funeral, a woman handed me a package and said, "It's important that you open this immediately." I didn't recognize this woman at all. She looked at me with an intense gaze and left. No one else at the funeral reception noticed her. I walked into the hallway, opened the package, and took out an old camcorder and a sticky note that read, "Press play and look through the lens." I saw a grainy old video of the back of a man. He was holding a woman by her neck and walking her across a bridge. She was struggling to fight him off but was unsuccessful. He lifted her up and shoved her over the railing of the bridge. He walked back towards the surveillance camera and looked up at it. I slowly recognized him. It's my Uncle Carl. This was from about 15 years ago. He hasn't aged much. I rewound the video and zoomed in on who the woman was. As I got closer and saw who it was, I dropped the camera in shock. It was my mother. I always thought she had died in a car accident. My father also believed that. I picked up the camera, slipped it back into the package, turned to go back into the reception and saw my uncle staring at me. He said, "Are you okay, pal?" I put on my best smile and nodded yes. He got closer to me and asked, "Who was that woman that handed you that package?" For the life of me, I know her, but I can't place from where. Did she tell you her name? I clutched onto the package, my guts churned. I said, "I have no idea who she was. She just told me to take this package home with me and said that it was a gift of condolences for Dad." He glanced down at the package. "Have you opened it?" I quickly said, "Nope." "Are you lying to me?" I put on a smile and said, "Why would I lie to you? Because I can see that you've already opened it." "Whatever, Uncle Carl. I'll see you back inside." He stopped me from going back in and had a different look in his eyes, one I'd never seen before. "I need to see what's inside, now." My cousin Sal and his wife came out to see what was going on. "Everything all right, you two?" Before I could answer, my uncle flashed that charming smile and said, "We're fine. Obviously everyone's a little edgy today. We'll see you back inside." This was my chance to get away from him, so I went to follow my cousin in, and Uncle Carl gripped onto my shirt and held me back. I shoved my uncle away from me, causing him to trip and fall. He's not as sturdy as he once was. My cousin instantly blamed me and said, "What the hell's your problem?" He helped my uncle to stand up, and this brought out several other family members out of the service to see what the commotion was all about. Cousin Sal told them what I had done, and all of a sudden I was the bad guy. They all stared at with disdain and helped my fragile uncle up off of the ground. I realized then and there, this was the moment to reveal the truth. I said, "Listen up, everyone. I have some awful news that I just discovered." My voice cracked. "Uncle Carl here is a liar and a murderer. Here's the proof." As I went to show everyone the footage, Uncle Carl grabbed onto it, took the old camera out and started slamming and crushing it into the ground. I tried to stop him, but it was too late. He destroyed the evidence. I told my family what was on the camera, and not one of them believed me. They said that I was so traumatized that I made it all up. I took the camera to the police, and they said they'll try to revive it, but can't make any promises. That night I went home and noticed my front door was slightly cracked open. I realized that Uncle Carl would finish the job. I trembled as I slowly entered my house and saw two men in ski masks waiting for me, weapons drawn. I was shocked. My own uncle put a hit out on me. He had to shut me up. I quickly took off out the front door and they chased me. I leaped over a fence and ran into my neighbor's side yard. Both men chased me as I ran to the back of my neighbor's house and rushed into my neighbor having a dinner party with about 10 guests. They stopped cold when they saw me, and two armed guys right behind me. Luckily, my neighbor's brother is a cop, and he and his buddy were there, and they stood up and pulled out their weapons. The two men tried to back out of there when they realized they were too visible to so many people, but the cops were able to disarm and arrest them.